Hookup Academy.
I know you want it, you looking for it. I know who got it. She talk about it in every EP, leave you don't nobody else be on what she be on. This is LOL with QuiQui Symone. Life out loud.
Did you miss me?
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, QuiQui Symone. Welcome to the Life Out Loud podcast with QuiQui Symone and friends. And I have a very awesome individual here with me today. I got my, I would say a brother from another mother, but I don't even know what to say about that, Ken. I just don't know.
It's all good.
It's all good. But we got our boy, Big Ken, which you've already heard him on the LOL podcast before, bringing that knowledge and dropping them jewels and all that good stuff.
Doing the best I can.
You're doing a good job.
I appreciate
You're doing a good job.
It's my first time,
I think y'all think he should be on the podcast. Y'all make sure y'all comment and tell me if y'all think that Ken need to do podcasts and stuff like that.
Hey,
you just never know.
You never know.
You just never know.
You never know what the calling is on your life. You know
That is so true. That is so true.
Gotta be open to it.
Well, I'm so thankful that you are here, and I wanted you here personally for this particular episode.
All right.
So, ladies, I'm going to introduce you, even though y'all probably done already heard of him, but I'm still going to tell you why I had Ken to come down to actually be a part of this particular episode for our Pink Elephant today. But for those who are just listening for the first time on to the LOL podcast with QuiQui Symone, this is where we talk about real issues, real perspectives, and even some solutions. We got what we call a pink elephant. That's our hot topic for the day. The stuff that people don't like to talk about, sweep under the rug and things of that nature. But we don't sweep it under the rug. Mm-hmm. We deal with it head on.
Yeah, no, we're going to talk about that.
And I was finna say something, but I'm just leave that alone. I think in some areas me and Ken think just alike. He may not have known that, but I think in a lot of areas we think just alike. But anywho, I'm so thankful, Ken, that you are here.
Glad to be here.
And so, ladies, the reason why I asked Ken to come is because when I first met Ken, we met in a group that I had called Singled Out in Jacksonville, Florida, and he was brought into the group by one of his best friends. And I was happy. I was so happy you was there. Like, I was like, oh, we got another dude in the group. I'm so happy. And I know you was probably like, dang, I got options.
What? A lot of women.
I got a whole bunch of options here.
I was like, man, what this is?
I remember you came to the first thing you came to was to the costume party.
Yep, Halloween party.
I was just like, who is that dude? Football player. Oh, okay. I'm just so thankful we got another dude. Yep. So, but I met you there, and you have just always been yourself. You've not been afraid to be yourself. And that's something that we can't say about, everybody, men or women. But it's just really refreshing to see someone who is actually genuinely themselves, whether they're right or wrong. They're willing to grow, but whether they're right or wrong, they are who they are. Yeah. And instead of pretending to be somebody that they're not. And so because of that, you got a lot of wisdom that's like all packed up in there. It's all like all together. And I be looking at your posts and I just be like, dang, Ken really saying something. No. And I think we just need to listen as women. We just need to listen. And so that was the reason why I wanted you to be on this podcast. And the pink elephant for this week is, I got to make sure that we bring it in right, because I think one of the episodes we didn't bring it in right. But we got to bring it in right. We got to bring in our herd for the pink elephant. So that's our symbol, y'all, to let y'all know that we getting ready to get into it. It's about to get real. Heavy topic. So this one is grown men and relationships part 2, part dos. So we've already had a guest on the podcast His name was Don Green. He did phenomenal. And I have to mention that my sidekick ain't here.
Yeah.
He had to go. So my sidekick B1 to just know that we know that you here in spirit. So
What up, B1?
what up? What I'm missing like the
Dude right there, crazy.
yeah I'm just so used to that energy coming from like right here and hearing a I don't know, an impersonation or something.
Yeah.
And I don't know, he'll just make up whatever. But anywho, we gonna keep it moving. So Ken, I consider you to be like a grown man, like a man's man, like a real grown man. Now, as a grown man, do you think? Well, let me ask you this: do you think that grown men can still be immature?
Yes.
Okay, and why do you say that?
Because even though you're grown, you're not fully grown. You're still going to learn every day until you die, and you're always going to learn something about yourself that you can always better.
True. I completely agree with that. Definitely. Well, in part one, we talked about, part one in grown men in relationships, we talked about the misconceptions that women have for men. We talked about the big no-nos that women do in relationships, and what prevented you from being in a healthy relationship at an early age. We kind of talked about those things. And Don and B1 today really went in, had some great dialogue, and I really, really did like that. But I also thought it was important to bring a different perspective because everybody has a different walk of life, and so they don't see everything the same. And there might be some things that you might think that, you know, it's just like, oh, okay, I didn't think men thought like that. Yeah. So I wanted to be able to allow you to do that, and I thought that because your perspectives are so honest and raw, I think that us ladies need to hear them. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into it. So, Ken, first things first, are you single?
Am I single?
He didn't think I was going to ask that, y'all. He didn't think I was going to ask that. Are you single?
Being honest, technically, yes, I am single.
Okay, so technically,
yes.
You're single, mean what? You're just not married, or
I'm not married. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. I don't even have the title of boyfriend, girlfriend yet. So
okay.
I'm entertaining. You're
entertaining. Yes. Okay. So, ladies, Ken is single. Okay. Just FYI, right now. Now, by the time y'all listen to this podcast, I don't know if he's gonna be single. I don't know if he's gonna be single then, but I'm just saying, you just never know. So, let me ask you this: why do you think you're single?
Because I know what it is that I'm looking for in life, and I haven't found that yet.
Okay, so you're choosing to be single, not because you want to be.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's good. It's always good to have a choice.
Yes, always.
Now, some people just still want, and they'll just settle.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Have you done that? Have you settled?
I have done that twice. That's why I know now that I can't do that.
Okay. Okay, well, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense.
Trial and error.
So what is a grown man to you, since we're talking about grown men?
In my words, I would say a grown man is a man who take care of his responsibilities.
Okay.
A grown man is someone who is financially stable and is able to provide for himself first.
Okay.
Before being able to provide for anyone else that he brings into his life or circle. A grown man is a man that doesn't allow the trials and tribulations of life to weigh him down to the point where he's now making excuses of why he can't do something in life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men do make excuses because it's easy. It's easier to make an excuse than to provide a solution.
I agree with that. I think we as people, we make excuses anyway, but in particular to grown men, it's just a lot of men that want the easy route.
Yes.
And they want to kind of, get something quick. It's the microwave generation where everybody just want to hurry up and just do whatever they got to do.
Yeah. Nobody want to face the process. Nobody want to take time anymore. No patience whatsoever.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And I think you said that on the podcast before. People ain't patient.
Ain't patient
enough.
Yeah.
How important is patience in your process right now of being single?
Very. Because I'm still human. I'm still a man, so I still have urges. I still have things that I want to indulge in.
Okay.
That I can't, because I know that if I do, it's only going to sidetrack me. to get to that goal that I'm looking for.
I'm finna open it up for real, for real.
Well, let's go.
Okay, I need that Ken that I know that came out, from Duval. I need. Yeah. Okay. So Ken, just because of what you just said.
What's up?
Okay. So you think that it's best for you not to entertain urges because it'll get you distracted. These are your words now.
I did just say that, didn't I?
You did just say, because I'm just like, wait a minute. We gonna be transparent and raw here.
Okay, so I will say I do entertain every now and again.
Okay.
I think there's a limit or a cap that should be put up.
Okay.
If you can handle it. A lot of people can't handle that. But as I do continue to grow, like I say, you're learning more about yourself every day. So the more that I learn about myself, I understand that I cannot really entertain certain people.
Okay.
And from my past or in the future that do not bring that positive energy or vibe to my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I still have my urges, but like I told you, man, like at the end of the day, I'm okay with pleasing myself if that's what it comes down to.
Okay.
Just keeping it real.
Okay.
Sometimes once you get that out your system, you good.
You
can
good.
think straight.
Yeah, you can just be like, okay, now back to the business.
Yeah, I
back
really
to the
didn't
beat.
want that. You know what I'm saying? Because if 9 times out of 10, if I go do it, now I'm just bringing on more emotions that don't need to be there. And now I have to deal with that because I done made this woman feel like I want something from her more than what I really wanted, which I just wanted that. You know what I'm saying?
And that's it.
And that was it.
You just want that one night stand and keep it moving.
Exactly. So now I've created a problem for myself. And as a man, I can't create certain problems for myself.
True.
You never want to give yourself a situation that you can't handle.
Okay. Now, you got a whole bunch of brothers out here in the streets who don't think like that. Who just like, hey, I'm finna just go bust it. And that's it. Wow. And keep it moving. And I got old girl right here. Or whoever I'm entertaining, and I'm gonna just do what I do. Do you think that's a sign of immaturity?
It is.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it 100.
Yeah, keep it 100.
Fellas might be mad at me like, who this dude is talking about? I'm just because I used to be that way.
You gotta keep it. Yeah.
I used to be that way. But you have to be 100 to yourself. You have to be 100 about the situation.
Right.
Like it is. It's a form of immaturity. It is.
Okay. I would definitely have to agree with that because I'm just thinking like sometimes making hard decisions, is the best thing for us, but we have a difficult time doing that because we want to take the easy route or we want something that's pleasing or instant gratification. Yeah. And so we choose that over making the right decision. Mm-hmm. So kudos to you for, growing in that area. That's real dope because a lot of men who are even older than you don't even make that right decision.
Yeah, I've heard the stories. It's like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's really crazy because you could, I don't even know if I should put this place on the spot, but, it's a place in Jacksonville on Arlington Expressway. I'm not going to say the name.
Oh, man, we already know what that is.
But it's a place over there, where people go and it's just known to have old dudes there. You know what I'm saying? So that's just like, that just never made that decision in that area to say, hey, I need to, kind of get this together.
Well, I will say to add to that, I think that, when it comes to the men being older and still being stuck in those type of behaviors, I think it's because certain women allow that to happen. A lot of women allow that man to continue to operate in that manner. So why would he change when he can go to certain women that's going to accept who he is? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so the women that he meet at this place,
yes,
you think that they enable him?
They have to.
Because I'm thinking like if you come and meet me like you an old head, I'm in this place, and you just like, okay, I want to buy you a drink, and, let's see what's up, and they like, okay, cool, buy me a drink.
I think most women that go to this unsaid place already know the activities that goes on. So if you there 10 times out of 10, that's what you're running into.
And so that's what you're going to get.
If you entertain it, that's what you're going to get.
Okay, well.
You put yourself in that situation, that's what you're going to get.
I'm just like,
But I mean, still, as a man, you know, I don't know.
You right. You gonna get what you gonna get.
You gonna get what you gonna get. But
Yeah.
you know, at the end of the day, me speaking as a man is like, as a man, you gotta know like enough is enough. This ain't it for me. You know what I'm saying?
And they just ain't got tired.
And maybe you know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can understand that definitely. I just really find it very difficult to believe that, or not difficult to believe, but it just really makes me think like, dang, you like 60 something years old and you still up in here.
Yeah, at that point, ain't no changing. That's just their lifestyle.
I'm just like, how can you excel in well, I don't know if they excelling in other things, but for the most part, like, what if you are successful elsewhere, but this, you just can't get that part. It's just like, and you willing to take on perhaps getting some type of disease or, you know, from you doing this consistently, because clearly you still 60 some years you still doing it.
Hey, I mean, some men like, you know, they like that young thing.
I mean,
they want to feel young, and that's what makes them feel young, by entertaining young women, and they pay masters or whatever you want to call them.
Maybe that's what I do, because I like to feel young with my husband.
So you date. So you date young.
Because he's younger.
I'm saying them young men. I used to be that. You know, I'm still young, but you know, when I used to date cougars.
Okay.
And I love older women.
Yeah.
You know, that's just something I used to like for the longest. And you know, I make them feel young. I make them feel like
they on top of the world.
Exactly.
I seen a post on Facebook that says something about get you a cougar. No, get you a lady that's in her 40s, because she always ready to have sex.
Always.
She gonna cook dinner and she gonna have a 401k plan.
Exactly.
I was like, well, dang.
Exactly. She ready.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's what I seen yesterday on Facebook. I was like, that's an interesting observation, but it's true.
Yeah,
So yeah. But I thought that was pretty. I guess they just really described me. That's what it is. So, but I just ain't never seen it in Facebook form in that way. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Ken, if a woman was having problems with her dude, right? When would you say would be the time for her to go? If you would even tell her to go.
Okay,
at all.
I was gonna say, now this is me telling her, giving her advice about her guy.
Yeah, if she's just like, if let's say it's your like your best friend, and she just like, best friend, you know, I just keep having problems with my dude. They've been together for like 6 months, and it's like maybe her third time coming to you. Like, when do you think it's time to tell her? Right. To go, if you would tell her that at all?
I was gonna say, so as a man, I'm not gonna tell you when to leave. You're a man.
Okay.
That's not my place.
Okay.
That's something for you to figure out. Now, as a friend, I can only advise you to know your worth and know that if you're not happy, then you need to fix the situation. Whatever the fix may be, you need to fix your situation. But I would never tell another woman to leave a man.
Okay.
Now, unless he's putting his hands on her, now that's something I do not condone regardless. I don't care who you are. Best friend, you my homie, I don't condone that.
Okay.
So if it's becoming an abusive relationship, then I would tell her you need to leave ASAP.
Okay.
Because a lot of women don't get the chance to tell their story of being in an abusive relationship.
So true.
I never will understand that, but it's dudes out there that's like that. And there's some women that's just, they're too afraid to leave. So if in that aspect, if he's putting his hands on her or abusing her in that type of way, yes, I will tell her you need to leave immediately.
Like, you got to get up out of there.
But if it's problems that's going on, he cheating, and you know you don't know why this and that. If you stand, clearly you love this man for something. He doing something right. I don't know if it's in the bedroom, it's the money, whatever it is that got you attached to this man to where you can see that you're unhappy, but you decide to continue to stay. Yeah, there's nothing I can really tell you that, hey, you need to leave this man. So I'm not going to step my foot in that.
That's true. Now, coming from a man, hearing a man say that I can't tell her to leave him because she's staying for a reason, something that I may not understand. But on the flip side, women might just, her homegirls might be like, girl, you better leave that dude.
Oh yeah, they're gonna say that ASAP. But it's still, I think that stigmatism is still there. You know, it's like, leave him, but she's still gonna do what she want to do at the end of the day. There's a reason why she's staying. You know, I don't know how much of an effect that a best friend female would have on this said female in this situation, but if she's not really ready to go, she's not going to leave.
That's
true. She can leave home for a month. She can leave home for a couple months. She can go cheat and do whatever, but if she's not really ready to go, and I've learned that over just, my life in situations and experiences, like, if a person is not ready to leave, they're not going to leave. It doesn't matter what's going on. It don't matter how much hurt they take.
As you say that, it makes me think of situations that I've been in before, and you're absolutely right. Like, I've never heard it put that way, but I stayed because I wanted to stay, to be there, to show that I wasn't like, or, to show unconditional love or whatever the case, because I wanted to be there and was willing to take the hurt and the pain in place of that. And I just never heard it put that way, but that's so true.
Love ain't supposed to hurt you. Love ain't supposed to hit you. Love ain't supposed to make you cry. I grew up on those vibes. Like, if real love doesn't do that to you. If God say he love you, he not going to make you cry. He not going to hurt you. He not going to, he not going to humiliate you and stuff like that. Like, that's not love.
Right. Now, do you think, because from what you just said, love ain't going to make you cry. Love ain't going to, something else you said. Something like that. Y'all heard him, right? Y'all heard him. I was able to quote before, but now tough love in a relationship, that right there, that can make you cry though.
It can, but I think that's a different type of cry. It's not a hurt cry. It's not to hurt you.
Okay.
It's to make you better.
Okay.
It's to, some people can see the potential in you, but you're not like applying that pressure to yourself. You know what I'm saying? And it's frustrating. I've been with people and I'm like, you so much better than this, because I've seen the actions, I've seen the work, I've seen whatever the case may be, I've seen it.
Right. So
I'm not going to baby you in this.
Right.
Because I want you to unlock your potential. I want you to be better. The better you are, the better I am. The better we are together. Right. So I'm not going to sit here and baby you and just say yes, 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 or sugarcoat anything. No, sometimes tough love is needed on both sides of the spectrum,
Okay. Okay. I just, because I've heard that said many times before, love doesn't hurt. Like, love isn't supposed to hurt. Love isn't supposed to, do all those types of things that we think is bad. But the reality is sometimes it does do those things, but for a different reason, like the tough love.
Yeah, I think if you're crying from tough love, I think it's because you already knew it and somebody
just was.
They stay on like your parents.
Yeah, accountability.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, definitely I could see that, because when your spouse or significant other tells you like, hey, your stuff stink.
What you need crying for? If it stink, it stink.
You already know. Ain't no use. I ain't even gonna front. My husband done told me before, like, I just be telling on him, y'all. He done told me before, but it's not about him. It's about me.
No.
He's told me stuff that my subconscious and it already knew it.
Yeah.
But you just don't want to accept it.
Exactly.
And he's just like, I'm the one that's supposed to tell you.
He's supposed
to.
So
I need to let you know, like, hey, this ain't gonna change just because you want it to change.
Yeah.
Like, it's gotta have some action behind it, and you gotta do X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
And but you don't be wanting to hear that type of love. In the heat of the moment, you don't want to hear that. Yeah. I don't want to hear. Oh, okay. I ain't even gonna say what it's about. I'm not even gonna say what it's about. But anywho, so as a man, for the ladies, since you single,
something like that,
what is the biggest turnoff to you?
The biggest turnoff.
Ladies, listen, okay? Listen, okay?
A lot of women don't do this, so it's actually a couple of them. But
okay.
To me, the biggest turnoff is a woman that smokes.
Okay.
I cannot stand to see a woman put a cigarette to her mouth. Now, weed is different.
Oh, is it?
I will say.
Okay, let's have this dialogue, okay? Because I want to understand from a grown man how puff puff pass is different from. Okay,
Well,
I need to understand this.
Well, I mean, clearly, marijuana and tobacco serves two different purposes.
Okay.
You're not going to die from marijuana. I'm not a scientist, but I'm pretty sure that's a scientific fact that you're not going to die.
Okay.
It's in medicine. It's a herb or whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
And you just smoke it to get the effects from it.
Okay.
Tobacco is going to kill you.
Okay.
It clearly says on the pack, if you smoke me, you're going to get cancer. That's pretty much what it says. If you smoke me, you're going to get cancer.
Okay.
Not only does weed doesn't turn your gums. Do it turn your gums?
It turn your lips black.
That's if you smoking it down to the tar. Like you smoking in the blunt. It's different. I used to smoke weed. I don't smoke weed more because of my profession. But if you smoking the blunt and you smoking it down to the tar and stuff, yeah, that stuff sits on your lips. The residue and all that stuff.
Because I see a lot of women that got dark lips from smoking.
Well, you got to think the heat from the fire or whatever that's burning it. That's burning your lips too. You got that heat that's hitting your lips. You got the tar that's in the blunt. You have a different like.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, you have different things.
So what's so great about smoking tar?
It's nothing great about it. It's the way you smoking it. But they have other ways of smoking it now. Like you don't have to smoke it in a blunt. You can smoke it in a bong, or you can smoke it in a pipe, or other ways to get your high or whatever it is that you want that you're looking for.
Okay.
But to get back on topic, so smoking is definitely like smoking cigarettes. That's horrible.
Is it because you said that you don't like women who smoke cigarettes? Mm-hmm. So is it the way that they smoke a cigarette that makes you say I don't like women who smoke cigarettes, or is it what they're smoking that you just don't like because they're doing it as women? I
would say it's what they're smoking.
Okay.
If you give me those two choices, yes, it's what they're smoking.
Okay.
It's not how they're smoking it. I don't care if you're smoking it cute or pretty or you're laying down. No, it's that you're smoking it. It stays in your clothes. I used to smoke cigarettes too a long time ago. Mm-hmm. It stays in your clothes. It stinks. It turns your gums black, your teeth yellow, stained and stuff. It's horrible.
So if they high all the time and you still like them too?
Nah, I will say I can't. There's a line. I think there's a line that I have to draw. I'm not. Okay. If you're going to be high 24/7, I cannot date you. Okay. Because I'm not high at all. But my vice is different than your vice. Mm-hmm. If your vice is cigarettes, that's fine. I don't judge you. Mm-hmm. I just know I can't be around that. I don't want you in my life. Okay. Doing that, and I'm not going to make you try to quit. You know what I'm saying? Right. If your vice is weed, I've seen the effects of weed because I've done it, so I understand it. So it's not. I can't be like, oh, I don't like no woman that smoke weed. And I used to smoke weed. My vice is drink. I drink. You know what I'm saying? I don't get drunk, but I know my limit. You know your limits. So if you're gonna smoke weed, you have to know a limit. You can't always be high around me and be stupid all the time. Like, come on. There's a time to be mellow, but just I can't talk to nobody that's just always relaxed and always high. I can't do it. I can't do that. Okay, so ladies, you heard him. If you smoke cigarettes, just X yourself out right now, okay? Just X yourself out. Nah. But if you smoke weed you know your limits, then he can consider you. Yeah. He can consider you. I ain't no hypocrite, you know what I'm saying? I can. Okay. I'm from the hood. Do you think that that's being hypocritical? To be like, I don't want somebody that smoke weed? And that knowing that I used to smoke, yes. That's why I say hypocritical. I used to smoke. I used to smoke heavy. Oh, I think I had this conversation with somebody the other day. I don't think that's hypocritical. You don't? Mm-mm. I don't think so because you could see, like, I think what we talked about was that you could see somebody who is drinking, like somebody drinking on the ground or whatever, and he tell the boy that's walking along, like, don't drink, because he knows the effects that it can have on you. Mm-hmm. So instead of saying, come on over here and join me, I don't want you to deal with what I'm already going through because I know what it can do. That's not hypocritical. That's helping prevent getting on something. Now, if you're in that situation, I would totally agree. Okay. That's because you've let that vice take over your life. Okay. So then, yes, I would say, I'm trying to help somebody not come down the same path, but I don't have that situation. Like they say you're not in control of vices, but I am in control of my vice. Like I don't have to drink every day. I go months without drinking sometimes. So you know, it's just something that I like to do. So but I call it hypocritical because I dropped one vice, smoking, and I picked up another vice, drinking.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? And they didn't know it wasn't a gateway. It didn't open me up to that. I was smoking and drinking, and I used to smoke more when I would drink. But now I just don't smoke at all because my career doesn't allow for that. So I just dropped it all together, but I just picked up a different vice more now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's why I would say it would be hypocritical of me as if I've never done it, and I used to do it all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, definitely interesting perspectives. Okay, here's your next question. How important is size in regards to her physical appearance to a man realistically in a relationship?
That's a tough one.
Because
I've dated thick women, and that's all I wanted. And I've dated smaller women that I didn't know that I was really into, but became more of what I'm okay to deal with. You know what I'm saying? I just think beauty is in the eye of the beholder. like bro said,
he's sounding cliche-ish, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's real talk because you got skinny women that like big girls. You got some big men that like big girls. And vice versa. You got big girls that like small guys.
True.
You know, I mean, I don't know why, but you know, I mean, I understand. I'm not stupid.
I can't with you. I can't with you.
I ain't stupid. I've seen videos and stuff like that. I know what's up, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I don't know. Realistically, a big woman can have so much confidence that a man can overlook her size because her confidence level is so high and it's unmatched. If that makes sense. That does.
When you have, I have a question after that, but go ahead.
So, like I was saying, so like some small women might not have the confidence because they want to be smaller. They pick up a little fat around the sides, like, oh, I'm too fat, I'm this and that.
Right.
And a guy could be looking at you like, girl, is you crazy? Like, you look great. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it just all falls back to the eyes of the beholder. Like how he see you, how you see yourself is how the next person is going to see you. If you see yourself a problem, then the guy gonna be like, well, all you do is talk about your weight. All you talk about this, you must be out of shape, this and that, this and that. But some guy, I know some big girls, some BBWs that's bad. And I would date, and I don't even date BBWs. But if I was given a chance, or if I was put up in front of a woman, a BBW, and she got confidence like that, I'm on board. Because you showed me that your confidence, you don't care what other people think.
Okay, because there's lots of BBWs that are definitely fly.
Shout out to the fly BBWs. Shout out to the fly BBWs.
I think that from a perspective of women being bigger, they had to have that confidence because culture in society generally says no.
Yeah,
you're not pretty. You're not the fashion model. Yeah, you're not the standard. And so they had to find that confidence about who they were because many people, including our men in the Black community, make them feel that way because you're not this. And I ain't trying to put no shade or nothing, so I'm going to just say this. So I think one time we was in Singled Out and we were having a conversation and I think some of the fellas was talking about, you know, certain females and what they should be wearing and what they shouldn't be wearing. And I was like, I was listening to the conversation and I was like, oh, I can't wait to see. I wonder what they're going to say about me. It wasn't about me particular, but it was just about, you know, just women in general. But I was just like, I wonder what they're going to say about somebody my size. So it got around to this topic of the maxi dress. And the gentlemen, the fellas were talking about women who should not wear maxi dresses. This stuck with me forever, ever since that conversation.
Oh, man.
I was like, okay. I remember the conversation being about if you got a big butt, you know, you don't even have to have a large chest, but like if you have a big butt, like maxi dresses is for you. You know, the little small waist, big butt, hips, and all that.
Looks real nice, real nice.
Right. And so when they were like, well, if you got a flat, don't wear one. If you just ill proportion, don't wear one. Yeah. And I was like, I fall into one of those categories. I was like, I fall into one of those categories. And so it took me literally, maybe 6 years? It took me maybe 6 years to even go pick up a maxi dress.
Really? Wow.
Now, have I ever worn it out? Nope.
Yeah.
I've never worn it out. It's still in my closet right now.
Yeah.
Because I know where I am. And I've always had the mindset since that conversation of, I won't be able to wear this until I get right here. So, just know that conversation that we had with SO, that really, you know, y'all men, what y'all said, it really does have an impact on us females.
And I agree. And you know, I think it's vice versa as well. Like some women just like to see a man a certain way, and some men have issues with themselves. You know, self-consciously. It's like, you know, the women want the buff guys. They want the guys that can wear the small suits and nice and fitted. And a lot of big guys, they don't get a lot of love. You know, I grew up a big guy. So I heard the you fat. Like, you know, it came to a point where it's like, all right, what else you gonna say about me? You know what I'm saying? But it made me also get my butt in the gym, start working out. I mean, I started playing football, so that helped too. But it was like, I want to look better. Right. Not only for a woman, but for me. But now it's definitely for me. Like, I don't care what nobody think. I'm going to rock however I want to rock. But that's just my confidence that I had to learn to build up over the years. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I also feel like certain stuff just shouldn't be worn by certain people.
I was like, they ain't finna be pointing me out talking about, now QuiQui know better than that. She knows she don't need to be wearing that. And the thing was, I can't even be mad at it because for me, when I look at it, I'm just like, this just does not fit. This does not look in how perhaps it was designed for. And so because I didn't have that shape, even though I was smaller, like I didn't have that shape. It looked like you could just probably put a whole little, I could stand up against a wall and I just go right on in. Cause y'all, I just don't have a butt, y'all. Okay, I just don't have a butt, and so I'm just like,
society has messed us up.
This is what God gave me. God gave me this little flat butt that I got, and I can't wear a maxi dress because of it.
They got Dr. Miami now. You can
true. This is
Dr. Miami, and you can get in the dress you want to get in.
So I just, you know, but I'm just like, but I was just saying that because I'm just like, something like that really stuck out to me to make me feel like, dang, I really can't, because I know my brothers would talk about me. You know what I'm saying? So I can't do that. And, I can, but I just didn't have the confidence to do that. You know what I'm saying? So like I knew in other places I was well endowed, but just not there. But that's the area that, quote unquote, most black men want. You know what I'm saying? So that makes a difference. So just knowing how when grown men are speaking, I don't know how you felt you were in that time period, but in, you know, just talking to you now, like, of course, grown men are mindful of, you know, what it is that they say to even amongst other people, but you still should be able to say what looks good to you. Yeah. Just because something look good to you don't look good to somebody else and vice versa. So
exactly. You can't be mad at the man for feeling how he feels. Some women be mad, oh, you supposed to like this is my feelings. Like this how I see things. You can't be mad at me because I don't want to do this or date this woman that you know what I'm saying?
Just know, Ken, I done told people already, I was like, y'all finna be in a maxi dress soon, dog. Okay. I'm finna be in one of them.
Hey, get dog.
I'm finna be in one of them.
Straight like that.
I'm finna be I done started working out. I already started that, but it's coming. 2021.
I mean,
Lord willing.
I would say all jokes aside though, man, whatever you comfortable in, be comfortable.
Right.
You got one life to live. Stop living it for other people. Man.
And I think that's, you know, what tends to happen.
Yeah.
what I words from men really can either make or break someone who's not confident in themselves.
Yes.
So of course they've got to, become confident in themselves. But even when you're talking about being in a relationship, a man's words to his significant other holds a whole lot of weight. It holds a whole lot of weight. So like you said, be confident and comfortable where you're at, but just know that y'all words mean a lot.
Okay.
Just know that y'all words mean a whole lot.
Respect that.
But I don't feel no type of way though.
No.
Like, cause I know I'm finna be straight. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna be quiet. Y'all can't see me anyway.
No.
So Ken, let me ask you this next. Name 3 deal breakers. 3 deal breakers when it comes to relationships. Like, what can you not tolerate at all? I'm assuming one of them is smoking cigarettes, but I don't know.
No, that's something that I don't like, but I wouldn't put that in my top 3. My top 3 would be disrespectful. I can't tolerate disrespect.
Okay.
Number 2, I would say if I can't trust you.
Okay.
And if you're not honest.
Okay. Does trust and honesty go together though?
Trust and honest does it go together? I wouldn't say it go together. I think to trust someone, it can be with anything. If I can trust you to handle the bills, if I can trust you to handle a situation,
okay, I see
yourself,
what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Handle yourself when you're not around me.
Okay.
But to not be honest is, are you going to be open with me about whatever it is? Can we talk about anything?
Okay,
and
yeah.
Be straight up with it. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to sugarcoat it because you think I'm going to feel this way or you think I'm going to do this or do that. You're honest with me. You're open. I can't stand a liar. Don't lie to me because I'm not going to lie to you.
Oh my gosh.
Please don't lie to me. I don't care if it's a little lie, if it's a big lie. Don't tell me, I'm only telling half truths. I don't want to hear. That's a lie.
Yeah, don't give me a portion of something.
Exactly. Because when I find out, I'm going to be really pissed.
The whole thing, everything you just said was a lie. Everything you said was a lie. And
because you held something back for a reason.
Yeah, for a reason. Because you thought that I couldn't own my own feelings.
Exactly.
And so I agree with you on that. I would definitely have to say when it comes to deal breakers, many times, many men, and I can't say that this is grown men, that deal breakers for men is, for shallow stuff. Like real shallow, like, this girl won't, she won't go get my lunch in the mornings. My lunch during lunchtime or something, or she'll, I'm trying to think of something that's like really shallow that dudes will let a girl go for because he just mad because she wouldn't do something.
Yeah.
And in a relationship, sometimes that's gonna happen. Yeah. She ain't gonna do what you want her to do, and vice versa.
I've had to learn that. I have to learn that the hard way. Just trial and error. I used to be my way or the highway type of guy.
Okay.
Like if you're not rocking how I'm rocking, you gotta go.
Right.
But in reality, that's not how life is.
True.
A relationship is give and take.
So how do you know what is time to be out, or I can tolerate what it is? I'ma just be mad and I'll get over it.
If it doesn't affect our relationship, if it doesn't affect the foundation that we've built or trying to build, if it doesn't affect anything like that, then I can be mad and just get over it.
Okay.
But if it affects me in a way to where I can't trust you, or I look at you in a different light because that's not who you showed me to be, who you are, you know what I'm saying? Then that's when okay, these are flags.
Okay.
Red flags. Then I can't ignore red flags.
What about if you find out that your woman was a hoe? She didn't tell you. Y'all been dating, let's say, like 6 months.
Is she still being a hoe while we together? Or
no.
She was a hoe before? Oh.
No, like when she met you, then she stopped. Or she was transitioning at that point, and you made her. I made her. But she didn't, reveal any of this information to you. As a grown man, how do you handle that?
As a grown man, that's none of my business.
You don't think so?
Whatever she did before me, what does that concern me?
Well, the reason
As
why I'm
long as
asking
you're
that.
clean, I mean, if you're not giving me nothing, and I'm like,
Okay.
oh, where this come from? Now I find out, oh, you smashed everybody on the block. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't my friends or nothing like that you've been intimate with before, and I've dated you, and now people looking at me like, oh, he don't even know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then it's like, that's something different. If it's somebody that you've entertained in my circle, and whether I knew about it or not, and now we're entertaining each other, I think, yes, I have the right to know that. You should tell me that. So that way I can make my own decision if I want to proceed with you or I don't. And I feel like that's fair,
Okay.
But if it was something that I don't know these people or this and that, I don't feel like, if it's not affecting our present or our future, I don't care. I don't care to know.
Okay.
Because I'm not perfect either.
Okay. Only if you knew the person.
If we're going to be interacting with these people that you slept with, in some way, form, or fashion, I need to be put up on game.
On game, so that they ain't looking at like,
exactly.
Like I done already had that.
Yeah, ain't no sneaky stuff going, because I mean,
right.
This world's small. I'm from Jacksonville, Duval County, man. Like, everybody know everybody. It seems like
right.
They really do. So like, you think you got something, and sometimes you really don't. Like, it's not saying you don't have nothing, but somebody done had it already.
Right.
So
I mean, but that's most likely somebody done had it already.
That's exactly, because there ain't that many virgins around. I don't know where they laying at,
right.
but I don't think they just walking freely around Earth like that.
I know or knew some.
I knew some.
Nobody believed me in SO when I said that I knew virgins.
Hey,
I'm just saying, the
it's
dudes
kinda
in a group was
really
like, no, they're not.
And
like, yes, they are.
It's 2021 now, so it's like, if they out there, they coming from up on the rocks or something. Like, they must be standing in a special village.
Oh my God. They just not putting themselves out there like that.
I mean,
yeah.
My first adult real relationship, she was a virgin, so I understand. I definitely agree that they're out there.
You just
would
don't
I preferably want one? No. I don't want to go through all that. I don't want to go through all that.
Okay, so Ken, we're gonna get a little bit intimate,
All right.
more, a little deeper here. So my pastor, well, he was my pastor when I lived in Jacksonville. My pastor, Pastor Michael T. Smith, he talked about, how important relationships are when it comes to when husbands and wives are together, and the importance of sex in a marriage. Now, I know you've not been married.
Yes.
However, and he has this book called How to Eat a Peach, which I thought was like, when he started
eat a peach.
and when he was just like, I'm gonna start doing a series on sex in marriage. Like, he started talking about all kind of stuff, going live on Facebook, and people was just like bashing him. Yeah, they was like bashing him, and it was just like, he talking about sex and eating a peach and how to, how to eat your wife out and stuff, and it was just like, so what you do when you go home, when you get married? Like, what do you do? Like, I don't know, everything that y'all do, but so I kind of diverted, but let me get back on task. Okay. So he has this book called How to Eat a Peach. How important is oral sex when it comes to a relationship, marriage?
Very, very important.
Okay, you say very. So what's your why?
Because that's another form of pleasure. Like that, like I said in the other show, like, you don't want to just eat spaghetti every day. You have to switch some things up. But I think oral is the foreplay. That's the warming up of the car, the engine. That's warming the engine up. But also, I think, with hands and mouths being involved, it's just more of an intimate thing. You know what I'm saying? It's very, I don't know, very sensual, very, very intimate. Like, of course, you're having sex and the dude pounding, you're trying to finish at that point. You're just trying to get whatever. But that time that you take to really explore each other's bodies, to rub on each other, to feel that soul connection. I think that's where that comes from. The oral sex is just that soul connection that you just, it outweighs the sex, to be honest. Like the actual intercourse. Yes, the intercourse. So,
so because he wrote that book, How to Eat a Peach, and a lot of church people just wasn't trying to hear all that.
Number one on the best selling.
I would agree that oral sex is very important when it comes to, especially when you're married. Like, it's extremely important, just for the simple fact that, as you guys said, you got to please people, and it's because you want to do it, not because it's an obligation.
Yes.
Like you said.
Love
and would you ever date anyone who just said, no, I can't do that?
No. Let me get closer.
He said that very quickly.
I would not date a woman who would not give me oral sex, or who would just say no. No, I've done that. It's horrible.
I was going to say, but what if she has like all these other characteristics?
I don't care.
That are
I do not care.
But what happened to that grown man that just said, everything else?
It's still the same grown man. It's still the same grown man. I'm saying I do
so that's a necessity. So a deal breaker. So that should have been your deal breaker.
It wasn't top 3, but it's up there. Maybe top 5. That's probably number 4 on the list.
Oh, okay.
You just said 3, but that's definitely top 5. Like,
okay.
I've dated a woman who I was with for a while, and not knowing that she didn't do this at first.
Okay.
Until we started getting intimate, and she was just like, she didn't do it. And I was like, what? I'm thinking that, it's just something, she just whatever. But she literally never, and I'm a pleaser. So I'm always pleasing. I don't care. Like, sometimes if I don't get it, I'm okay with that, because I'm still going to do it, because that's what I like to do.
Right.
But it comes a time where it's like, okay, now we just having sex. It's like, it's the same thing. We can only do so many positions. I can only play with so many toys and this and that.
Right.
But I need to feel your mouth.
Okay. Right. I
need to feel your mouth.
So I was gonna say something. I'm gonna be quiet at this point. I was gonna make another public service announcement, but I'm just
saying. I need to feel your mouth. Need to feel that mouth.
Oh,
with the
F.
With the F.
With
I need
the
to feel
F.
that mouth. And please know what you're doing. Please know what you're doing.
Well, what if they don't?
That's something different. Now I can work with not knowing, because I've experienced that too.
Okay.
So I can if you're coachable, no problem. You have to be coachable though.
You have to be coachable.
If I tell you, hey, I think you could do a better job, or you're not really doing it for me, but the fact that you're doing it, thank you. But let me show you how I like it.
Right.
And it should be vice versa.
It should be.
Every man think he know how to eat.
Right, because from talking to different men in several conversations, all women aren't the same when they do that, and I'm pretty sure that women can say men aren't the same as well. So, like, you're right. As long as it works for the two of y'all, whomever you're having sex with at the time, and so that's what I want to find out. Yeah. In regards to that,
if she's coachable, it's all good.
Coachable, ladies, you got to be coachable.
Yes,
okay,
be coachable.
And
the man got to be coachable too now.
This is very true.
Yes, be coachable.
Sometimes you don't like to tell men that they not.
Tell them that's your body. That's your body. You know what it is that you need to achieve that experience or that feeling. Tell that person that you're with. If you love that person and care about that person, don't assume that he never been with you.
Out.
Say what?
I've just been out.
I mean, I guess under whatever circumstance that you guys are doing it, if it's a one night stand, if it's something that you just, then yeah, okay, I expected you to be on your game, But if
that
it's somebody
was pre-marriage, though.
Yeah.
I'm not advocating y'all.
No, please. Saying. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it happens. Let's be 100 about it.
Yeah, we are. We're 100 about it.
But I'm saying, like, so if there's somebody that you're entertaining, somebody that you love, and you guys decide to, when you do cross that threshold, and he's not pleasing you in that manner that how you normally would be pleased, why not tell him?
You're right. I just didn't have the confidence to say, hey, because at that time I wasn't reciprocating.
Oh.
So,
I guess, if you ain't giving it, I guess you gotta be quiet and just take it.
I wasn't reciprocating at that time.
Yeah.
Okay, so how long do you think it takes for a man to know when he knows he wants to marry a woman?
I entertained this question on Facebook. I want to say maybe last month or weeks ago. I would say it takes, to me, it would say up to a year. I think a year max. A man knows. Not saying he's going to marry, because a lot of people got that confused when I say it takes a man a year. And he's like, oh, I ain't marrying nobody in no year. I don't even know. A man knows if he wants to pursue and marry this woman within a year. He should know. Anything past that, you wait, unless he locked up and that's the type of love that you want.
Okay.
Then, you wait till that man come out. You hold that man down until he get out. But if not, it shouldn't take that man no 3-4 years to realize this is the person that I want to spend my rest of my life with. And I'm not saying breaking up and off and on for no 4 or 5 years.
You talking about straight?
Straight, like this is what we've been doing since we met. We've been laying down a foundation. Now it's laid. Now we building stuff on top of this foundation. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So 6 months, of course, that's the honeymoon phase. He knew, she knew. You getting something that you never experienced, or it's better than anything that you've experienced that you thought was, the best then. And now you get off until after them 6 months, I think you get into a stage of, okay, well, now we're normal. Okay, we're normalized, and now the real issues start to take place. What are we talking about? Where are we going with this? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Are we just having fun? Or are we trying to build something? And within those 6 months, you should still know if you're trying to build something or y'all just having fun. But within that year, that man should know, you know what, this is the person I want to spend my life with. And within that next year, it should be some plans being made, player. For real.
I think sometimes when that comes about, when people start thinking, when men start thinking about perhaps getting married, what tends to happen for some of them is that they get scared when they run into a hiccup, and that hiccup becomes more than the bigger picture. Instead of saying, okay, this is a hiccup, how can we work through this? It turns into, oh, this is a hiccup. Oh, she ain't the one for me. And I think that we can sometimes magnify things that don't need to be. Yeah. And you could lose somebody that's great because you magnified the wrong thing. Yeah. And so
I totally agree.
So because of that, I think a lot of people end up, going their separate ways when they could. It really could have worked.
Been fixed, yo.
It really could.
Communication. We talked about that. But communication is very important.
I definitely agree with that. Very communication is super important. Now, as a grown man in a relationship, I want you to speak to the men who are not grown, who have not matured yet. When it comes to that in relationships, what would you tell your homeboy, your little cousin, who's not mature in this area yet, to kind of help them start getting on the right path?
I think I would start with, I don't know, the path I took. I had to learn the hard way. My dad was in the picture, but then it kind of like, he was always busy. So it's like I had to learn a lot of stuff on my own. I moved out at 17. I thought I was grown, as every guy think he grown. Right. Because he's doing his own thing. But going through life situations and understanding that I'm not as grown as I think I am, because I don't know how to handle these situations for real. Right. So it took a lot of heartache, sipping on some wine or listen to them slow jams, crying like, dang, man, I done messed up a good one. It took that. But I would say from what I went through to tell a younger version or a younger guy, like, get it out your system quick. Some men are sheltered. They don't experience that I want to say, I guess, like, the sex life, the hoish tendency, that's just the hoish tendency. A lot of men don't experience that. So when they get older and now they on their grind, they on their stuff. Right. Now the whole tendency is starting to come out now. Right. Now he want to have fun because he feel like, I'm established. Oh, I got something now. Exactly. Yeah. Now I'm working with something, so now I can get out into this field and start playing around. And I can pick whatever I want. Yeah. And I feel like everybody, man or woman, they have to go through their own journey. But to give advice, I would say, secure yourself first financially. Okay. Secure yourself financially and know what it is that you want in life. Okay. If you want to be married, if you want to have a child, set yourself up for that. So secure your bag and then find you somebody that you can bring home to your mama. I know that's a cliche saying, like, you know, I want somebody I can bring home to mama, but you want to bring home somebody that you proud to be with.
That is true.
Don't just be with somebody because, oh yeah, she look good, she bad, I could bring her around the homies, and the homies trying to holler at her, they trying to hit her behind your back.
Yep.
I done been in that situation too. The homies trying to hit her behind your back. You don't even know that. You know what I'm saying? But you so loyal to these niggas that you can't even see it.
Right.
So be with somebody that you proud, somebody that makes you happy, that can hold you down when you don't have it. That's not with you for your money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Money that comes and goes, but once it leaves, then what? What y'all got going on? You know what I'm saying? So have somebody that you can build a foundation with, man. Like, stop playing in these streets. Ain't nothing in these streets but diseases.
It's so true. That is so true.
Diseases, man.
That is super true. I think that those are great words of advice, encouragement to a young guy who's listening, who's just like, well, I'm just doing my thing right now. Yeah. Well, you can only do your thing for so long.
Much, Or you're going to be that 60-year-old guy
in that place,
unnamed club,
in that unnamed club in Jacksonville on Arlington Expressway,
trying to get them little young things, man. Now you got to pay for it,
right?
Now you got to pay for it. You could have had it for free. Well, not for free. You still got to pay for it in the same sense, but you could have had it. Now you got to pay for it to get it.
Yes, I think that we just got to be smart about certain things, and we just sometimes just want to do what we want to do and just be free. And I think
you have to live and learn.
I think that's what happens with men and women. But I so appreciate you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
This particular podcast, Grown Men in Relationships, where I really thought you would be, transparent and all that great stuff. Y'all, he done got so grown and he done matured since I done seen him, y'all. I'm just saying. Since I've seen him, Ken has so mature,
you ain't the only one that say that. I have a lot of female friends and they've all told me boy, you was growing
so much.
But you still growing. I'm 33, man. I'm still growing. I'm young, but I'm still living, still learning.
I mean, but to it's like you can see it. You know what I'm saying, and that's good. So I thought I was gonna get more ratchet answers from Ken, but he didn't give me too many ratchet answers this time. I just knew I was gonna get that, y'all. I'm just saying, but I didn't get that.
The growth is real.
I got the grown man.
You got the grown man for the grown man topic, man.
That's right. That's right. Well, thank you again, Ken, for stopping by and coming and chilling with us, or chilling with us and me. For this one. Do you have well, no, you ain't got no what you call it? I forgot. He ain't telling nobody where he at. He low key right now. He just chilling.
Yeah, I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
So let me say that before we get out of here, I do have a thought of the day.
This is the thought of the day. Thought of the day. Thought of the day.
So our thought of the day is, you don't need someone to complete you. You just need someone to accept you completely. I just think that those words are so true.
That's a good
You
thought.
accept the package.
Yes.
They don't complete who you are. You just accept the package or you don't. No. And I think if we think in that regards, I think more relationships probably will work a lot better. Yeah. So thank y'all for listening to the Life Out Loud podcast with QuiQui Symone. This was a great pink elephant, part 2 of Grown Men and Relationships. We thank you guys so much for listening, and hope that you have already hit that subscribe button on YouTube.
Hit it.
If not, go ahead and hit that button.
Hit it right now.
Make sure you are subscribed to the LOL with QuiQui Symone, and that's QuiQui Symone. You can also follow us on IG at LOL with QuiQui Symone, and you can follow me on my personal page, QuiQui Symone, as well as on Facebook at QuiQui Symone. So until next time, until we get into another pink elephant that I'm pretty sure that you guys are going to love, just like you did this one, we out of here.
Yo.
Academy.
I know you want it, you looking for it. I know who got it. She talk about it in every EP, you Don't nobody ever be on what she be on. This is L.